This is a book that has been so hot. It's been on the top 10 list, I believe, the last 3 weeks. And I talked about it the last couple of weeks in my top 30 picks. I got reamed for talking about it in one video. Some of you may remember that. And that's Thor Annual number 18. This got hot because of a first appearance of a female Loki. I'm not here just to show you off this book as a fresh get. People can buy whatever they want to buy. That's perfectly fine. But let me show you some context. This is a Thor Annual. It's got 3 separate stories in it, okay? The first story has nothing to do with Loki. He's not even in it. But there's a Loki story back here, okay? It's only about 6 pages long. Starts right here. And this guy that was just defeated by Thor, Loki, comes to him and says, "How dare Thor? He is not to be trusted. Trust me. I have an offer for you." You know how Loki does, right? He's like, "Oh, I'm going to get you to, do some of my bidding." And he's sitting there just trying to convince him, like, come work for me. And this guy's like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm walking away." Whoa, I almost dropped it. He's like, "I'm walking away. No thanks." And Loki disappears. And you know how Loki does. First off, he transforms into a dragon. He's going to scare him into working for him. "I'm a dragon now. You need to work for me." And he's like, "Nah, I ain't scared." And so what happens next? The dragon starts turning into a woman that we see coming right there. And
spoilers.
Boom. Loki's a woman. It says, "Is this the flesh after which you lust?" And then he turns into some kind of creature, and then back to Loki. The end. The end. Dude, this is not female Loki. It's Loki shape-shifting, just like he shape-shifted into Chris Evans in the Dark World, walking through the tunnel, being silly, right? This isn't even a female Loki. It has nothing to do with the TV show. And people were paying, what was it? $600 for a CGC 9.8 and like $50 for a raw copy. That's what I think about that book. Okay. Hey, it's all good. Look, let me say, I know I'm like hijacking fresh from the comic shop. I want to say one more thing. Look, here's the thing. You want to pay $50 for that book or $600 for a 9.8 in it? Fine. I just wanted you to know what was going on inside of the book before you made one of those decisions. That's it.
Right, we do this thing each and every week where you guys get to show off your books. The past month, we've been sponsored by Whatnot, and they have provided us with those amazing slabs. And guess what? That's going to continue on a little bit differently, though. But Chris, what are we talking about here? What's next?
All right, everyone. So
what's the segment? What's the segment?
Oh, yeah. Before we get into that, the segment is fresh from the comic shop.
Fly from the pressing salon. We all know it. We all love it. We love all sharing our comic books with each other. That's what the opportunity is for you guys. Chris, you were about to say something. Let's go for it. Let's talk.
Yep.
Talk it out.
Let's put some things into context here. Big shout out to the Whatnot app for everyone participating over the last month to win these CGC 9.8 slabs. Big shout out to Comic Ozzy, paying it forward. Planet Arizona, congrats for winning this guy. So, I'm happy to say here on behalf of Jeff and on behalf of Whatnot, we are continuing our partnership with the Whatnot app. But guess what? It is going to be a little bit different, okay? And I'm telling you, it's going to be, in my humble opinion, a lot funner, all right? It's going to make this a bit more competitive. And I do think that you guys are going to feel like the prizes are going to be a bit more worth it. We are still going to be giving away, courtesy of Whatnot, 1 slab book every month. But it's not every week. It's just once a month. But here's the thing, okay? Instead of having you all submit your entries every week and we pick 2 finalists, we are going to have you submit your entries every week, and we're going to pick a finalist for each week. The 2 finalists from the first 2 weeks are going to be voted on. So they're basically semifinalists. And then we're going to get 1 winning finalist out of them. The 2 semifinalists out of the last 2 weeks of the month, we're going to vote on, and we're going to get a finalist out of that one. And then we're going to put the 2 finalists up against each other, and we're going to vote on that, or you guys are going to vote on that, and then we're going to pick a winner. Now, the real fun thing about this is be on the lookout for some of these slabs to be even hotter books than what we've been giving away before. All right. So again, this is still going to continue week after week after week. So you guys can submit all throughout the month, at least at this point. But it's just going to be that one big prize at the end of the month. So I'm really excited to do this new, kind of process of elimination, fresh from the comic shop giveaway. So
bracket system, X11 Bravo.
Yeah, 100%. Exactly.
March Madness style. That's right. We're going to have this month is going to continue as is, but next month we're going to refine it even a bit more. So, but again, we're very appreciative that Whatnot is continuing the partnership. They're an amazing, like Chris and I are not bullshitting you, an amazing app. We're going to talk about what they are right now because Whatnot is, gosh, I'm so unorganized. Sorry, people. Whatnot combines a safe buying platform of eBay with a video component of Twitch. Their mission is to bring together collectors and enthusiasts to safely buy, sell, and connect. Now, again, for you guys to be eligible, it still remains the same. You must be signed up to Whatnot. We have the link below. We'll pull it up here in a little bit. You must follow Comic Book Canon on Whatnot. And then it's just posting a pic of your fresh get on Instagram. Be sure to tag us at hashtag FFTCS, but also hit us up and tag us at our handle, Comic Book Canon. That's right. FFTCS, we won't find the picture, but also tag us at Comic Book Canon. And it's that easy. Now, the way we go about this is it's the presentation of the picture. We talked about that. Check out anything that comic_Ozzy does. Amazing presentation. The cover of the comic book, that could be another thing, a variant or something like that. The uniqueness of that comic book, and that includes telling a story. We have a great story today. So that's telling a story, something that resonates with you personally too. It's a combination of those three things, and each and every week, our guest co-host will pick one, and Chris and I will decide on the second one over the weekend. Tom, that's a lot of pressure on you. We're just going to get right into it. How about it?
I can handle it, I think.
I think you can.
If I can survive all those questions, I can survive this.
Yes, and we kicked you off the show already once. I hope that doesn't happen.
I barely survived that. Right. I don't know.
That's a warning a little bit. But we're just going to get right into it. Let's just start it off with our great audience gets right here. That's right. One Marvelverse DC I recently watched. Journo's Comics shout out video on the top 10 Fantastic Four comics to invest in before an MCU debut. I purchased this book and it's a good candidate for a new mint. Another one I have to get graded before Firelord appears in the MCU. Chris, I know that is kind of near and dear to your heart.
Good one. It's a beauty.
Yep. Definitely. All right, next up, we have Nukes Comics. Appreciate I love this cover, by the way. Nukes Comics. I picked up this copy of The Amazing Spider-Man 9 from Duncanville Bookstore. It has a great cover by Alex Ross that features a spider car. You can see that in the bottom left there. I do like that right there. Yeah. We have Zach Attackery 21. More new Spidey hoops and comics. He loves him some basketball and Spider-Man characters as well. I remember he had an amazing cover a couple months ago as well. We got Son of Comics, the CGC 9.8 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 113, looking beautiful, and we got a Red Hulk there in the front as well, loving it. And then Dan De La Torre never disappoints. Here's this week's Fresh from the Comic Shop, a UK variant Hulk 122. It was shipped from England in a simple cardboard box with no bubble wrap or any other protection. I'm stunned that it survived the trip. I think we are too. It looks pretty good from this picture.
It does.
So congrats on that, Dan. All right, Tom, you are our guest. You're going to show us your fresh get. You go with one, man. Tell us about it right now. What do you got?
Nope. One of my favorites. This was the Man of Steel. What is this? 1985, right? This is one of the two variant covers. The other one was the full-on Clark Kent with the exploding Krypton behind it. But this was his first appearance post-crisis, really his first official appearance post-crisis. And, just kind of redid all the Superman, undid, I should say, all the storylines and everything. Like, for example, got rid of Superboy and all the pre-crisis kind of continuity issues that Superman had. And I mean, as a kid, I think I was around 7 years old when this came out. And this is the original one that my brother and I had from back then. And I still keep it and I love it. And I just wanted to show this off, and this will be my first pick.
Colin Toby does say that bag is cringe, but Tom,
oh yeah, this is
I love
the
John
30-year-old bag that it came in. You know,
I love John Byrne, man. That is a great book right there, and that is a really, gosh, if you guys want to, I mean, it doesn't. I haven't read it in years, but just John Byrne's artwork is just, I don't think it ever gets old. You know what I mean? And I feel like his retelling of the Superman origin, and it's just an outstanding series. I love that. You're not eligible to win, though. I'm sorry. Here we go. Comic Demon. Seeing double him for him's second appearance, getting stocked up on some Adam Warlock. Smart move, Comic Demon. Smart move, no doubt about that. All right, guys. We have Into Oblivion, fresh from the comic shop, The Flash 139 CGC 4.0. First appearance of Professor Zoom, a.k.a. the Reverse Flash. When I was a kid, I used to love watching the classic Flash show with John Wesley Shipp. Then as an adult, I introduced my 5-year-old son to the CW Flash with Grant Gustin. And I've been watching religiously from the beginning. He's now 13 years old and still runs in the living room asking if the newest Flash episode has arrived. My son and I both think the Reverse Flash is one of the coolest villains in the DC universe. So this is a special grail for my son and I, because what's mine is his. Now that right there, Chris, tell me if I'm wrong. That's an amazing story.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we're talking about, people. Something that you connect with, right? Yep. So Into Oblivion, that's an amazing fresh get right there. Then we got our good friend Kamikaze with some more Warlock stuff. Making Wednesday a bit more dramatic for some Warlock, some present and future Warlock offerings. First, appearance of Magnus in the background and Church of Truth, with him front and center, renamed Warlock, and some new duds. Guys, this is what we're talking about with Kamikaze. Look at that shallow depth of field. Look how he has a little nugget that kind of relates to the book behind the book. I really enjoy your work, Kamikaze, and enjoy you even more as a person. Thank you again for paying it forward and contributing to this amazing community. We really appreciate it. MCats, Miss Marvel, 16. Dollar bin diving is good. I love finding some gems, and that's a nice one to have right there, especially with her series coming. And then we got, I love this name, guys, Bobzilla, Soren Norin. I love that. Fresh from the comic shop. I want to send this to CGC Comics, and I don't even care what grade it comes back. I just want that matching Fantastic Four 72 custom label. Gorgeous Silver A's book. Before, Chris, we get to your first fresh get of the week, Tom, you have responsibilities. You better be keeping track. You are picking a finalist tonight. You are picking I hope you're taking notes. You're picking a finalist tonight. It's on you, bud.
I have 2 in mind already.
All right, Chris, what's your first fresh get of the week?
Warlock and the Infinite. Nah, just kidding. Just kidding. I did pick up another one, though. I'm sorry, guys. I can't help it. I can't help it.
Oh, my God.
All right. Let's see. Which one should I go with first? Let's do this one. Big shout out to a local shop in Sacramento, Comic Command Center. Comic Command Center's been around for, I think they had an anniversary sale this last weekend. I think it was their 5th anniversary, 4th or 5th. I can't remember. And Josh, the owner, he's a younger kid, and his story is absolutely amazing of what he went through in life. I'm not going to tell you guys right now. Maybe I'll share it sometime on my channel. But from what he came from to running his own store and starting his dream, he runs an amazing shop. I'm trying to get the sticker off so I can show this book in all of its glory, but it's not going to happen. So I just want to give a big shout out to Comic Command Center. If you guys are in the Sacramento area, you have to go check them out. 50% off. I got this book for such a steal, and this is Avengers 135. So this is basically the origin of the Vision, like retold, because it kind of retconned the Vision and explained how they made him be the Golden Age Human Torch.
Oh, right. That's a nice pickup, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's a nice looking book. It's got some color breaks on the spine and a couple of small little color breaks on the top corner and one right here. But so I put this book at about a 5.0, but it was $15 and 50% off. So I got it for $7.50.
That's
amazing.
That's fantastic. And not a lot of people know that there's that connection between the original Human Torch, the Android Human Torch, and the Vision. I didn't realize that there was another book retell. Is that the first time they retold the story? Is that the first time they connected the Android
So this
Torch?
is because they did the origin. I think his second appearance was also his origin. 58, I think, right? Avengers 58. But yeah, he was not originally, the original Human Torch. Or at least we didn't know about it. Nobody knew about it. I don't know at what point in time the writers sat down and decided that. Tom, I don't know if you have any historical knowledge.
I'm with you.
That.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm with you. I'm not sure at what point, but I know it wasn't the original. It didn't seem like that was the original intention to connect them back to the original Human Torch. But I think that's one of the cool little tidbits of the Vision's history that that was the body of the OG Human Torch. It's pretty cool.
And how it connects back to that whole Captain America world. Back, I guess, what is it? Timely Comics, Tom? Is that with Namor and?
Yeah.
So that's really fascinating.
That's right. Timely Comics.
Yeah, we should look into that, Chris, to see if that's that was the retelling. Anyways, all right, but moving on, we got more amazing fresh gets from you guys. We got Fister Roboto 94, Nice House on the Lake #1. 2 nice looking copies right there. Mail call, he says, Raw Dog Comics. If you snooze, you lose. Don't snooze on Mr. Miracle. DC came out swinging. The artwork is amazing, and it happens to be one of my favorite Barry Manilow songs. Good stuff, Raw Dog Comics. I've heard a lot of great things about Mr. Miracle. Tom, you are more of a DC fan than Marvel. We know that. What are your thoughts on Mr. Miracle?
I'm not up to date on the new 52. Actually, pretty much anything past the new 52. But Scott Free's great character. His relationship with Big Brother. I still always love talking to people about the issue of Superman. I forget the number where a character named Sleaze, you guys kind of makes Superman and Big Bart a film inappropriate movie. It always makes for a great conversation. But I think Scott Free's been. It was a shame, that they canceled all that New God stuff that should have been coming out in the films. That could have been a chance for characters like Mr. Miracle to shine.
Yeah,
definitely. Ava DuVernay too.
Love the character, and you're right. I definitely lean more towards DC. I hope that's okay in my bias.
Chris and I do not hate on DC. We love DC. I gave a gasp when you showed me the John Byrne Man of Steel issue. So that doesn't prove anything, I guess. But I love DC characters. Definitely. I definitely lean more towards Marvel. But Superman, the movie, was the first comic book movie I ever saw, and that's always Christopher Reeve is my Superman. Anyways. Moving on, though. This one I think you'll appreciate. Basement Brother Collectibles. Found some great fresh from the comic shop. Flash Gordon #7 from August 1967, published by King Comics. A beautiful Silver Age 12 center. That's unique right there, guys. That's what we're talking about. That falls under the criteria unique. Basement Brother Collectibles, well done is what I'd have to say. Moving on.
That one, but it doesn't look that good.
It's a beautiful looking copy too, definitely. Take note, Tom. D-Core Collectibles. This week's comic haul, nothing too crazy, but definitely some books I'm excited to have picked up. Power Rangers #1 for $4. Launch Party variant cover. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 1, another $4. David Ryan Robinson action figure variant for Batman, Urban Legends, #4, $8. And Dustin Nguyen variant cover, the Uncanny X-Men 464, $1. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Vinny Whitlock, man. Every week. You and Azores Tiger. Mail call today. Daredevil #2. Sent priority, but packaged like it was sent media mail, then bent, shoved into my mailbox, not delivered to my door. It's a 5.0. Now a permanent VG. Between sellers trying to make a few dollars on shipping and the U.S. Postal Service, it's a hit or a miss. It really is. Still happy to have the book. It's a double dipper. Second appearance of Daredevil and the second appearance of Electro. Amazing book, story, and art. That's a great book. And sorry to hear about that story. All right, Union Josh Comics. Let's go for Moon Knight Monday and my submission for Fresh from the Comic Shop. Mark Spector, Moon Knight 60, the final issue of the series, and artwork by Stephen Platt. That is a beautiful cover. My local comic shop is super cool. The guy behind the counter has been getting to know me recently, as in every week, looking for new books. He called me over behind the counter and showed some me some boxes and that hadn't gone out yet. He knows I go digging for gold and said I have a book to have a look through these books. And I saw this and was like, hell yeah, I'll grab that. It's a good grab. Good grab indeed. All right, guys, it's my turn. I haven't had time to really go digging for gold these days. So most of the time I'm showing some new stuff. And I gave up, man. I haven't read the last 3 issues of this book, but my local comic shop manager was like, just pick this one up. So Don and Kate's crossover, I literally have not read issues 4, 5, and 6. But here's 7, and this is unique in my opinion. This is available to the masses, yeah. But Chip Zdarsky, I really like his writing, especially on Daredevil. But this is very meta because that's Chip right there, and he's missing, and he's a big part of this story, Chip Zdarsky. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I do enjoy his writing. I think this will be kind of fun, quirky, kind of a thing to a book to just sink my teeth into. But I have to read 4, 5, and 6 before I do that. I just really have been underwhelmed by that whole series. Moving on. Now, let us know how you guys feel about crossover. Moving on here, though, we have Marvel 780. What do we have here, Marvel 780? Just got this sweet Battle Line variant of Daredevil 609 cover by Jung-Ju Kim. That cover's outstanding. Gorgeous cover. Good stuff there, Marvel 780. Carcamus Hulk, Volume 1, number 182, guys. Found in the wild at a thrift store. No Marvel value stamp, but could have passed it up for $76. I did not put the picture here without the stamp, but you look at that thing cut out and it gives you like a oh, that's terrible. Christian 7203 Dollar Bin Monday. I mean, look at all the good stuff you got going on there. There's a lot of interesting books there. You got it's a lot of 90s like Ghost Rider, X-Men, Marvel Comics Presents, but those could be that's not a bad haul right there. Nerds Being Geeks, loving the name. Batman 189, the Silver Age, first Silver Age appearance of Scarecrow. This was from my most recent mail call. Video's out now. His link is below. I have this book displayed with my Diamond Select Scarecrow statue. My video review of the statue will be released soon. Be sure to follow Nerds Being Geeks, guys. Again, the link is below, but the statue's amazing, and that's a nice book to have, Tom.
Yeah. I always compliment that username as well. Nerds Being Geeks, one of my favorites. Just it's
really?
just I don't know. There's something about it, the way it sounds, the way I love it.
Yeah, 100%.
I like the way the picture was framed with the figure on the left and the comic on the right. It looked really well done.
Again, that's what we're talking about, presentation, and I'm glad you're appreciating that, Tom. Next up, we got Super Crispy Comics. Never been too big on DC Comics, but Batman and Bane are sick fools. Stoked to put this with my DC Comics personal collection. This is an undervalued book, in my opinion, everybody. He's a major player, even though I think he's dead now for now. But he's definitely Bane is freaking incredible. All right, next up is Chef R.D. Harris. Here's my copy of Master of Kung Fu number 15, the first appearance of Shang-Chi. I want this movie to win, succeed, and to open door for the possibility of bringing some of our favorite comic book characters. The second trailer raised my eyebrows, but it left me with some questions. One question is about those rings and bracelets. It's just a new way of showing what the 10 rings are. Instead of the ones on your hands, you could have a bracelet. I think it's going to look cool. I think it's going to be okay. It's going to be passable for everybody. All right, moving on. We got House of L Comics. Been waiting to get this back from CBCS. It came today. I had a stand and all ready for Superman 75. Newsstand signed by Dan Jurgens. Good stuff, House of L. Jamagu. How are people sleeping on this one? In Loki episode 2, Mobius is explaining everything to Loki, and he mentions order and chaos. This is their first appearance and also the death of Thanos until Silver Surfer 34. So that's a good point, Chris. Chris and Tom, I definitely want to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah. Was that Giant Size number 2? I
do believe. That's a good book to pick up, and I really like his thinking there, Jamagu's thinking on that. Moving on, though, Tom, what is your second fresh get of the week? What do you got?
You know what? I'm going to say I jumped on this way late. I picked up the Sweet Tooth Compendium I watched the Netflix series, and probably like a lot of people, admittedly, really had no knowledge of the book prior, and I did not realize. I mean, the show is so hopeful and optimistic, and you fall in love with the characters. But the book is quite different. It's more apocalyptic, and I'm enjoying this at a much different level. There's a character named Bobby on the show. I think it's a groundhog, maybe, or I don't know what it is. I don't know if you're familiar with the show too much. They're hybrid humans, and I think one of them's a groundhog named Bobby. And like, I would die for Bobby. Bobby's on screen about 10 minutes during the entire series, and you absolutely fall in love with the character. But the book takes a much different approach to it. But it's really, really well done. There are a lot of changes between the comic book. I don't know how to do that. The comic book and the Netflix series, but both incredibly enjoyable on completely different levels. I do like apocalyptic stuff, whether it's zombie or the Robo-apocalypse or just anything kind of along that line. So I'm really enjoying Sweet Tooth. But again, night and day from the series. If you've watched it, I'm not sure anyone has.
I haven't read. I started watching it.
I love the series.
It's well done, very well done. Mm-hmm. And I think because again, I've only seen the first episode, and I just started watching a couple days ago. Been busy, guys. Get off my back. But I think what you're alluding to with the hopefulness is it's that character. It's the kid.
Oh yeah.
I absolutely see that, and I'm looking forward to seeing the whole series. Probably this week. I'll finish it. I'll finish it by next week. So all right. Moving on, though. I love Cover Junkie Comics because he's a Doom fan. Dr. Doom. My fresh from the comic shop with a beautiful 25-cent 1976 supervillain team-up featuring Shroud, Namor, and my man, Dr. Doom. He said, decided to show you a smile so you guys know I'm not still salty about losing last week's contest. He was a finalist for Fresh from the Comic Shop last week. It's good to see your face there, though, Cover Junkie Comics. Keep sending it in. We got Tommy Boy collections now. You guys all may remember Tommy Boy last week had, his car, Avengers #9. This is great though. This is creative again, presentation. I know Tom is all into this. Like he says comics and sneakers.
You gotta love the shoe store.
Married with Children issue 4, Big Bundy original, shoe salesman and founder of the No Ma'am secret organization. I loved watching this growing up. I mean, this is right up. Like, honestly, this was huge when we were kids.
That's brilliant.
Huge.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when Fox came on the air. I remember such a big deal when Fox, a new network, came on the air, and Married with Children was like so controversial at the time. It was great.
It was basically, he was a dick, but it's basically what it came down to. But like, this is what we're talking about just a creative presentation. Tommy Boy collections, you do bring it each and every week with your cars, and now this, your shoes. Really, really enjoy that. Make note, everybody, make note. All right, Shadow Rat, we got only a few pickups from his local comic shop this week. But hey, Chris, not bad pickups. That's Spider-Verse right there. And then, Spawn Universe, in terms of, if you're looking to spec on that, I'm not sure where there could be. I mean, I think there's a lot of first appearances, but there's a huge print run there. But as you say, Chris, print run does not equate demand. Am I right?
Absolutely.
That's what you say. All right, Mark Leneker, previous winner, who will be giving away he'll be paying it forward just like Kamikaze did this week. Mark Leneker, Tales of Astonish, 91, second appearance of Abomination. First cover appearance came today in the mail. This was only 50% spec because this book holds value no matter what? That's right, because it is the second appearance of Abomination. We've had a few of those conversations today, actually. Guys, this may be your new favorite name right here. Peter P. Nuts. That's right, his name is Peter P. Nuts, finally able to complete the Spider-Man run this week. First meeting of Spidey 616 and Miles Morales. Also a rare Hanafuda Spider-Man card from Upper Deck's Marvel Anime Peach Momoka set. That's some good stuff right there. Peter P. Nuts. Chris, what do you got? Your second fresh get of the week.
All right. My second get. I have a story that kind of goes along with this real quick. And Jeff, I talked to you about this today. I thought I'd make a quick share of it. I was a victim finally of a kind of a bait and switch where the seller on eBay had a auction item that also had a buy it now option, right? There was less than 2 days left on the auction. He had this book listed at $17 plus shipping. I put an offer in for $24. He accepted it last night. This morning, I wake up to the order being canceled, and he messages me saying, sorry, somebody won this at an auction 2 days ago, and I don't know why it was still up. I refunded you. Sorry about that. I responded to him, said, you think I'm stupid? You think I was born yesterday? Come on. What's the honest, what? How much you want for it? You want $5 more for it now that you're having like seller's regret? This book, it happened to me, guys. I had to share that. It finally happened to me. This was a book from a Grail run that I'm trying to complete. And I didn't get it, but I got another one out of that run from Comic Command Center for 50% off. Another book that I paid $7.50 for. So I can laugh at that all the way till next year. This is Thor 155, though. The one that I was talking about was 229 with the Hulk 181 ad. But here's another one, guys. I am literally like 14 books away. And one includes the 229 and another is 337 Beta Ray's first appearance. This is just a beautiful book. A nice looking copy. This is a higher grade looking book.
That looks sweet.
It is crispy. I would, it's got some spine stress that could be pressed out. After that, I mean, this book is at least a 8.0, 8.5 in my humble opinion.
That is gorgeous, man. That's a great pickup.
Yeah.
That honestly, that's some bullshit though, that you were treated that way. But it happens to all of us. Yeah. It happens that you said that was the first time, just like last week was the first time I had shitty packaging in one of my, anyways, moving on. We all move on. We all move on from it. All right. Good friend of the show, Moonlit Comics, AKA Michelle. This is great. Tomb of Dracula magazine, volume 1, issue 1, 1979. Cool cover by Bob Larkin. The Tomb of Dracula comic run came to an end with issue 70 in August of 1979. The first issue of this magazine launched in October 1979, barely missing a beat. However, it only ran for 6 issues through August of 1980. I can only imagine how excited I'd have been to see this release on the heels of such a great series right around Halloween. Hey, TVA, can you take me back to 1979? This is a great book. In my opinion, this is a unique book. However, I have a problem with her saying, TVA, can you take me back to 1979? So TVA is coming after you. You're a variant, lady. You're gone. You're pruned. Peace out. So don't ask for their help.
Just expose yourself.
What's that? She did. She exposed herself. We need to have I don't know what the number is, but we should all
mistake.
Maybe we'll get. She made a terrible mistake, and maybe we'll get a reward for it. All right, moving on. We got Miguel.g.comics. It took exactly 1 month for them to arrive, but here they are, still in time to watch the Loki show. Look at that, Kang! Beautiful, beautiful cover. Avengers 20. Is that 23, Chris? I can't remember.
23, yep.
Beautiful cover. Early Avengers. All right, loving this name too. Expensive paper. These, I like this. I like this pickup here. These Star Wars Insider magazines seem to be gaining more mainstream attention. Their run of covers have been great as of late. Guys, this cover's outstanding. And this Ahsoka Tano cover could be a nice item down the road. It's hard to see on the pic, but they printed this one to look like an old school newspaper print. That's a nice pickup, expensive paper. There's a lot of people gunning for those books. Flap Slap Jr., Venom number 25, Kalen Yu variant. Love the artwork of this Venom variant. I was able to pick it up the other day. My Star Wars toy selling fund my habit is going real well. Got to give something to get something, I guess. Comic news, Secret Wars number 1, gift from a friend. That is a good friend to give you that book because, again, those books are doing rather well also. We got Reapers, Comic Den, small but solid pull this week. My local comic shop dropped the ball on my Spawn 319 Matina, but he ordered it back online. Stoked to have gotten this Barbaric and my copy of Something That's Killing the Children 17 from last week that glows in the dark. It's awesome. Indies killed it this week. It was a light. Oh, look at that ENIAC bottom left. Loving ENIAC right there. All right, we got wands ready. 88. Finally got my hands on a giant size X-Men number 1 at a great price. Congratulations on that. I had a copy that this is nice to hear. I had a copy that my uncle, it's bittersweet actually. I had a copy that my uncle gave me when I was young, but unfortunately it was ruined by the flooding during Hurricane Katrina. I'm so excited to add a nice copy to the collection. That is honestly, man, that warms the heart. That's nice to hear. Granted, there's sentimental value with the one that your uncle gave you, and I'm sorry to hear that it was lost in such a tragic way, but glad that you're able to kind of just get something back. So good on you for that. We got Coveted Comics, today's local comic shop pickups, Uncanny X-Men 142 and Amazing Spider-Man 363. And yes, I don't know if y'all can see this. That is Lego's Venom's first appearance in my post. That's cute. Bottom in the middle there. That's cute. Caution Comics. Now, guys, this for me was debatable. I wasn't going to call him out. I appreciate it because I remember this magazine. Tom and Chris, you may as well. But fresh from
my subscription.
I got a Nintendo Power issue #1 from July 1988 off eBay. Mainly because I love Nintendo and I was born the same month. Oh, gosh. Super excited to announce that I got my copy back from CGC today. Graded 9.0, white pages. There's only 2 copies in a 9.0 on the census and only 8 other books in a higher grade. As a game developer, software engineer, I couldn't be happier. Honestly, that's a great story. Guys, Chris, I don't know. Does that fall under fresh from the comic shop? It's not a comic book per se, nor was the Star Wars
believe,
magazine.
though.
What's that?
But I do believe Nintendo Power would publish comic strips inside of it, right? They did have comic strips inside the book about their characters.
That's a good point.
A caveat there, you know.
That's a good point.
This is a tough one. All right, we'll say let's pause on that. We'll move on. Oh, this guy Eric, aka Azores Tiger, man. Here we go. So we're going with Avengers #54. First cameo appearance of Ultron as Crimson Cowl. The first appearance of the new Masters of Evil roster led by Ultron, Whirlwind Claw, Melter, Radioactive Man. Second appearance of Dane Whitman as the Black Knight. So many reasons for that book to be hot. So many reasons. So
I think Azores owns every comic book ever published.
Honestly, not only he owns every comic that everybody else wants. Right?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Eric, you kill it each and every week, and we appreciate you. We got to get you back on the show. But we have his partner in crime, Sith Lordley, will be on the show this month. I can't remember the date. Not next week, but I think the week after. We'll get back to you on that. I'm loving these books, by the way. Tom, I'm not sure. Again, I know you don't go to the shop every week, but there's this a series called Stray Dogs. It's crushing it with the covers here. You're a horror fan.
Right. I've been seeing the covers like crazy. Right.
Yeah.
They are stunning covers. I've been seeing them all over. Unbelievable.
Yeah. So this is Stray Dogs #5, the horror. It's the It homage. That's good stuff right there. That is a hot book as well. And then C to the G, Nimrod, the first appearance and the rebirth. I'm liking the combination right there. Not bad, not bad. Tom, I hope you are taking notes for Fresh from the Comic Shop because we are going to have a finalist tonight. But before we do, we're going to share our books. This is my second Fresh Get of the week. This is a story. There was a sale on Midtown. It was like 60% off. I heard a lot of good things about this. It's called The Good Asian. It's an new image book. It's about the way it's described as self-loathing Asian detective in the 30s. It just sounds fascinating to me. I haven't read it yet. I just got it, but I hear nothing but good things about this book, and it was like $150 for this. So I'm looking forward to reading that. I am definitely looking forward to reading that. If you guys have read it, let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think about it. Moving on, though, we have Hanging with Spidey. What does he have? I am lost. Sorry, guys, in my notes. There we go. Today's last minute freshman comic shop. Savage Sea-Hulk #9, Fantastic Four 265. Sorry, this is actually Savage Sea-Hulk #9, and I believe this is he had a whole bunch. Avengers 226. This is the first time, all in great shape. He says, quick, clean, and press, then off to get slabbed. That Avengers is the first time that She-Hulk joins the Avengers. So that's a pretty cool book to have. Congrats on that. And I'm liking the Spider-Man action figure in the front. Gus 420 and X. This is from Comic Tom and AOK. Shang-Chi #1 variant. I was a winner on the Bags and Board show with Tom and Ryan. Congratulations on that. That's a great looking book too. All right, Tom, what do you got? Your third fresh get of the week. What do you got?
Now, I think I'm gonna cheat, if that's okay. So I have these, which were my Bible as a child. My brother just got the omnibus of the Who's Who, and I still enjoy. It's 30 years later. I still like flipping through. I have a couple of these from 55 through 85 through 88. But I'm gonna cheat on the off chance that I sent my mother the link to this. So on the off chance that my mother is still watching, I'm gonna tell her that I very proudly purchased this off of eBay the other day. And my mother, when my brothers and I were growing up, she would make us these cakes for our birthdays every year, and we'd always fight over who got the Batman, or the bat symbol. Or this is from 1977. This is from the Wilton superhero cake set, and I can't have cake anymore. But my wife has promised that she's going to make me a sugar-free cake. So on the off chance that you're watching, Mom, I had great memories of that cake, and thank you for making that for my brothers and I. And I'm trying not to make too much noise because I'm sure it's echoing. But that's my gasp.
I had a gasp because I remember that. Can you pull that a little way from the camera so we can get a better look at that?
So this is the, you know what? I'm gonna pull the tin out.
Yeah.
Not that I don't know if it's a tin or not. I know you're cool, but oh my gosh, I'm dropping all the pieces. But
dude.
Oh, there you go. That's a good shot, right?
Yes.
There. And it was in great condition. It still had the original the recipe book and how to color them. And this is the kind of stuff I love to get, and it connects so personally with me. It was a big part of my brothers and our childhood. So I was so psyched when I saw it for reasonable. I think it was like it came up to like $30 with shipping, and I mean that's to me absolutely worth it.
That brings back memories to me because I think that's all like frosting on there.
It is, right.
I remember that. That's what I remember the most.
It even shows you how to frost it, like how to get that look. And
dude,
can't wait to have it. So when I have it, I'll take a picture of it.
Super cool. That is super cool. It's not cheating. It's really cool. You're sidetracking is what you're doing. Kind of taking over the show, Chris. Yeah, he's done. Peace out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But there is actually one person in the chat that's really pissed at you, and I really want to bring this up because I hope you guys are going to be able to work it out. It's Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman.
Yeah, he's so pissed at you.
I love Hellboy. Oh God, jeez.
I don't know, man.
I watched Beauty and the Beast when it was on.
Beauty and the Beast. Yep.
Maybe that's why he doesn't. He wants you to move on. Anyways,
anything in him in makeup, I like. I guess.
Speaking of moving on, we got Dave Collects. Yeah. He has his own YouTube channel as well. Click on the link below. Whole bunch of people to check out. Spine Ticks and all those fun people that we like to watch when we're not broadcasting here. By the way, great job, Dan De La Torre and Moonlit Comics on Spine Ticks. 9 hours. But we're here to talk about Dave Collects. Yeah. And his Incredible Hulk 159. Found this at an outdoor flea market in the Napa area. Wanted to share as everyone is sharing their Abomination books. Not in the best shape, but had to save it from the sun and the elements. Again, Abomination. That's real. That's fascinating. And we lost Tom. He's in the dark. All right, Chris.
My son shut the light out on me. Again.
It's okay. We're going to focus on Chris. You take care of your technical difficulties. Chris, your third fresh get of the week.
All right, everyone. I picked this up really as a cheat to talk about something else with you all. This is a book that has been so hot. It's been on the top 10 list for, I believe, the last 3 weeks. And I talked about it the last couple of weeks in my top 30 picks. I got reamed for talking about it in one video. Some of you may remember that. And that's Thor Annual number 18. This got hot because of a first appearance of a female Loki. Yep. I picked this up for $2. $2. It's a bit of a reader copy. It's got like a subscription looking crease all through the front cover, and it's got what looks to be some moisture, water damage ripples back here. But I'm not here just to show you off this book as a fresh get. I'm going to show you guys why I feel that this book being so, look, people can buy whatever they want to buy. That's perfectly fine. But let me show you some context. This is a Thor annual. It's got 3 separate stories in it, okay? The first story has nothing to do with Loki. He's not even in it. All right? The second story, I don't even think Loki's in that one, but it's another Thor story, right? And then there's a Beta Ray Bill story. So I guess there's 4 stories. But there's a Loki story back here, okay? It's only about 6 pages long. It starts right here, all right? And this guy that was just defeated by Thor, Loki comes to him and says, how dare Thor? He is not to be trusted. Trust me. I have an offer for you. You know how Loki does, right? He's like, oh, I'm going to get you to, do some of my bidding. And he's sitting there just trying to convince him, like, come work for me. And this guy's like, nah, I'm good. I'm walking away. Whoa, I almost dropped it. He's like, I'm walking away. No thanks. And Loki disappears. And you know how Loki does. First off, he transforms into a dragon. He's going to scare him into working for him. I'm a dragon now. You need to work for me. And he's like, nah, I ain't scared. And so what happens next? The dragon starts turning into a woman that we see coming right there. And
spoilers.
Boom. Loki's a woman and says, is this the flesh after which you lust? And then he turns into some kind of creature and then back to Loki. The end. The end. This is your, dude, this is not female Loki. It's Loki shape-shifting just like he shape-shifted into Chris Evans in the Dark World, walking through the tunnel, being silly, right? This isn't even a female Loki. It has nothing to do with the TV show. And people were paying, what was it? $600 for a CGC 9.8 and like $50 for a raw copy. That's what I think about that book.
Poking holes in everybody's theories. Okay.
Hey, it's all good. Look, let me say, I know I'm like hijacking fresh from the comic shop. I want to say one more thing.
No, before you do, Carcom US, put a $50 bid in. Looks like you win.
I don't even know where the book went. I threw it. Look, here's the thing. You want to pay $50 for that book or $600 for a 9.8 in it? Fine. I just wanted you to know what was going on inside of the book before you made one of those decisions. That's it. That's it.
Spec gone wild, Mark Lineker. All right. That's hilarious. By the way, now I'm going to get to Heroes Reborn comment in a sec. We have the last fresh get of the week. My last fresh get, because we just jammed through all your guys. That was a record, I guess. Again, this is from the Midtown 60% off sale. This issue was hot because of things that have been said about the potential of an all-female Avengers team. This is A-Force #1. I got this for $4. This is going for like 15. I love the cover. Jim Chung, it's a fantastic cover. What I was a little disappointed was it was a Secret Wars story tie-in. I was hoping it would be like kind of not Secret Wars. But I'm happy to get that. I was like, yeah, $4. Why not? I'll pick that up. So that's what I picked up right there. So that is my fresh get of the week. And that there, right there, we've gone through all of the fresh from the comic shops, Tom Tormey. And now you have a responsibility. And we understand if you can't make up your mind, we're actually going to give you some time because we have some filler here. We got this segment that we do. And you may be familiar with it. Yep. But before we get to that, what I'd like to say is that is your fresh from the comic shop right there. Thank you all for sending yours in. Once again, super simple. All you got to do is send it, post a pic on Instagram. Make sure you have this hashtag FFTCS. We won't see your submission unless you have that hashtag. And it also helps to tag us at Comic Book Canon. Also helps to follow us as well. And that's it. You can win a 9.8 slab courtesy of Whatnot. We told you all what that is at the beginning of the segment, so you got to do the rewind. But Chris, tell them how it's going to work now moving forward with Whatnot.
All right. Again, just to reiterate, so you keep entering your fresh gets, every week. And remember, sign up for Whatnot using our link. Go follow us on Whatnot. Submit your fresh gets. Every week, we're going to pick a semifinalist. All right. So we'll have 4 total semifinalists throughout the month for each week. The first 2 will get voted on by you guys. We'll have a finalist. The last 2 will get voted on by you guys. We'll have a finalist. And those 2 finalists will get voted on by you guys. And we will have a winner each and every month.